Three, two, one, ghost. Hey, everybody. Welcome to 321 Ghost. I'm your host with a silent G, Kyle, and as always, joined by my pal, Natalie. Hey, Natalie. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
Um, I'll be honest, a little confused. Hey,
Same.
everybody. So we watched, let me see, what year did this movie come out?
1987, best year.
1987. Ooh, yeah, that's a good year. We were
It's a
born
good
in that year.
year. Yep.
So we're talking about the 1987 supernatural kind of pseudo-Christian, kind of not demonic, but it's Satan or baby
Yeah.
Satan, Satan
It's
Jr.,
sci-fi religious horror.
Prince of Darkness. Written and directed by John Carpenter. Music also by John Carpenter. This time with
Mhm.
Alan Howarth as well. So, I mean, John Carpenter does the music, his music, or does music to a lot of his own films, and
He does.
he's pretty fun at it too. He's good.
I like this score.
Oh yeah, I mean, like the Halloween one, of course, is, I mean, certainly, arguably, right, the best or most recognizable horror theme,
Hmm.
right? I mean, there's what's the one, the similar one from The Exorcist, something bells, tubular bells, but that was written before
Hmm.
the movie. So I think for a score explicitly written for a horror movie, Halloween's got to be up there, right?
Oh, for sure. And it sounds scary. It makes you
Yeah.
feel dread.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And this score didn't have the same effect. I don't know. What'd you think?
I mean, comparing it to the Halloween score feels a little harsh. Wow.
A little bit,
But
I know, but still.
I enjoyed it because you've got that whole like what is it, 10 minutes of credits cutting back in like between like the opening of this movie
Yeah.
and the score is kind of doing this like fun repetitive 80s synth situation and I was feeling that
This movie is part of an unofficial trilogy. Did you know this?
only recently.
Yeah. You checked out the Wikipedia page too?
Sure.
Oh gosh. So, this is part of John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy, which I guess the first one was his version of The Thing. The
Hmm.
second one being this one, so we're starting right in the middle,
Yep.
and the third one being In the Mouth of Madness, which I have not seen. The Sam Neill one. Have you?
I've never seen it. It's on my watch list, but you want to hear something crazy? I also have never fully watched The Thing.
Wow.
I know. I've only seen the ending.
Do you want to pause and start it?
And watch that? Do that now?
Yeah. I mean, we'll edit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three, two, one, ghost. Hey, everybody. We just got back from watching The Thing. So now Natalie's good. Don't even worry about it. We're ready to go
I'm
forward.
informed.
Yeah. So of course the movies aren't connected in any way that's like narratively in any way. It's
No.
just, I don't know, they happen to be about like a group of people and something bringing on the end of the world's happening, I think.
Hmm.
So like I guess plot wise, kind of similar, I suppose,
Sure.
but that kind of really ends there.
Yeah.
This movie also reunites, do we say industry legend Donald Pleasance with
Oh
John
yeah.
Carpenter? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He did so many of those Halloween movies. Good for him. Good on
Yeah, he
him.
did. Get that paycheck, man.
You know, I read somewhere that like maybe he felt like he was a little like above doing a horror movie or something at
Hmm.
first. But I'm like, dude, you went ahead and did like six or seven of them
Yeah.
afterwards. So like be
And the
cool.
people fucking love you for it.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Um, we got Lisa Blount in this movie. We've got Victor Wong, industry
Mm.
legend Victor Wong.
Industry
Mm,
legend. Yes.
yeah. I I like this movie if anything, solely because I don't know. I've never seen. So this was my first time watching this movie, by the way.
Same.
Um, and you hadn't seen The Thing or this? God damn. Well, now you can say you've seen both.
Yeah.
So I I guess so Victor Wong, awesome. We covered Tremors, which he is in.
Hmm. Hmm.
Who he gets a rough death in that one. It's a
Yeah, he
fun one though.
does. Yeah.
And then also he's in Three Ninjas. So hell
Yep.
yeah. I think he's in all four Three Ninjas movies.
Yeah.
So good for him. I know they replaced the kids quite a bit, but
They have to. They grow. He's just
yeah.
getting older, looking wiser.
Speaking of Three Ninjas, I heard that Lonnie Anderson died not too long ago, like
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
days after Hulk Hogan. So
Hmm.
if there is an afterlife and they both happen to be in the same place, I hope they find Jim Varney and just talk about their time at high noon at Mega Mountain.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But yeah, what I like about this movie is that it gives him so much to do. I guess I haven't seen a whole lot with
Hmm.
Victor Wong, but I feel like this is, well, I mean, certainly this is the only like pseudo kind of starring role. Because I
For
think he's
sure.
kind of a co-star with Donald Pleasance on this one, right? And I feel like they generally get the same
Yes.
kind of screen time.
Yes, but I don't know. I feel like Victor Wong actually is more the lead in this movie than Donald Pleasance. Like, for some reason, Donald Pleasance, like, he holds more weight, cast wise, but I don't think he's really in this that much. Or doesn't feel like, or like he doesn't have anything to do, really.
Well, especially in the third act where he kind of just disappears hiding behind that wall
Oh,
until
he's
he
behind
has the
that wall
axe and
so
throws it,
fucking long.
just whispering to himself and shit.
Yeah.
But um yeah, so like I said, this is our first time seeing this, and I didn't really come in with too many expectations. I mean, I know John Carpenter's always generally pretty fun, even if some of the
Hmm.
quality goes kind of up and down. But I don't know. What were your feelings watching it for the first time?
I also went into it with absolutely no expectations because I really knew very little about this movie. So I tried my best to not really read anything or look at anything. Um, but same with John Carpenter. Like obviously I've missed a few of his bigger ones, but he's hit or miss for me. Like I don't hate anything that he's done. I can't think of any of his movies that I've seen that I'm like, oh, this is absolute garbage. But this movie's fine. It's fine.
Let's see. Let me look through this cast. So you got Dennis Dunn as Walter. Dennis Dunn was also in Big Trouble in Little China,
Hmm.
which is a fun one.
There's a few of them that are well, because Victor Wong was also in Big Trouble in Little China.
Right. Yeah, dude,
Hmm.
industry legend. I love him
Yeah.
so
No, he's
much.
in a lot of good ones.
Yeah. Well, gosh, so I don't really have a whole lot. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm curious. So, okay, this movie is what I like about it is
Mhm.
pretty based in vibes. Not so much in execution. You know?
That's fair. Okay. I would agree with that.
I'm gonna go through this plot, Natalie, and I'm gonna do my best. One, there are too many characters
Oh
that they
my
do not
gosh.
name, or if they do
Wait,
name them, it's only after they've died, which is very hard to keep track of if you're keeping notes on the plot watching it for the first time.
what's interesting is what in the beginning of this movie, as you're getting introduced to the cast, you get to like about six characters, and you're like, okay, we got a solid group here. And then all of a sudden they get to this church, and now we've got like fucking 15 people just running around looking really the same, other than like you've got like two Asian characters and one black guy, and all the white people are just the same.
It's a little tough keeping track of people, but and then this plot, okay, so I think a lot of the religious stuff, I think I get. It's when
Mhm.
they start applying the science stuff to it, like that's where I'm like, what? Mirrors,
They
anti-God, what?
they explain quantum physics in this movie like we're all fucking physicists. Like you're like, "Oh, yes, of course." Like we're just gonna just know. We were already given, all the grad school that would have gotten us to this, but no, like they're assuming that we know so much more about science. So where this like religion meets science, I'm like, when I start knowing more about Catholicism, than I do about all the other topics in this movie, that worries me.
Natalie, if you could give me like a quick elevator pitch,
Okay.
30 seconds or less, what you think this movie's about, could you?
Oof. Okay. 30 seconds? Can it be a minute?
Yeah, go for it. It's your
Okay,
podcast.
I'm gonna try. Okay. This movie is about some guy taking care of something at a church. He's dead. So now this other fucking priest shows up and is like, whoa, there's some fucking Satan soup going on in here, trying to figure that out. So he, instead of going to the Pope, which is what he should have done, he actually chose the smarter route and went for a bunch of fucking physicists, scientists,
Yeah,
I don't know
sure.
what you want to call them, and is like, "Hey, we need to figure out what's going on. I think Satan's trying to break loose." And they're like, "Great. Let me bring a bunch of grad students here instead of professionals and just throw them into a situation they don't understand." Then they're having like music video dreams
Yeah,
that aren't dreams. There's some sort of transmission that's coming through science.
yeah,
And then this woman sacrifices herself for some reason she didn't need to. And now she's transmitting herself through science. I thought that she had mentioned something about time being linear in there.
sure.
I don't
They
even
say
know
a
if
lot of
that
stuff.
happens. They say so many things, and I'm just trying to understand, and I'm feeling real dumb about everything that they're talking about. But I have a lot of theories, but I don't want to skip too far to the end.
I
That's what
think
happens in
you,
this movie. I Oh, and then there's a bunch of there's a bunch of people outside that are possessed that are like living in were they living in the church and got kicked out? Like they're unhoused, but like I don't know if they live in the church, outside of the church, but they're all possessed, just murdering people. There's them too.
I think you kind of nailed it.
Thank you.
More or less. I'm going to walk us through the plot a little bit, and we're going to see if we, yeah, how close we land.
Yeah.
So we open again, yeah, like 11 minutes. I clocked it. It's like 11 minutes and something seconds
Yeah, it's
of
long.
these title cards coming.
Hmm.
Um, just pretty bold. But it's basically introducing this idea that so Donald Pleasance shows up, finds this father someone dead. He's got a
Hmm.
little box. Inside that box is a key,
Hmm.
a little
A
box with
comically
a
large
big
key.
key. Yeah, with a comically large key. So,
What's that key for?
right. Um, and I guess he like had an appointment with one of the cardinals, but then went and lied down instead and died. So
I mean, when it's time, it's time.
I guess
Appointment's
so.
canceled.
And Donald Pleasance's character, I think it's just the priest. I don't think he has like he said what his name was. But so I'm just
He's a
gonna go
priest.
between priest and Donald Pleasance.
Hmm.
So he reads this diary that he left behind as well that talks about this secret order and this sleeper is awakening, right? So the priest reads his diary and then learns of this secret order, I suppose, like kind of this like I guess like a Knights Templar kind of situation, but like
Hmm.
within the Vatican, but
Yeah.
like so secret, like the Vatican doesn't know. And that's why you don't go to the Pope because that be the Pope doesn't know, I don't think.
Well, yeah, but I mean, isn't it your responsibility as as a Catholic priest if you find some shit like this to be like, "Hey, Pope,
Take this up top.
yeah, there's some shit going down over here."
It's like I'm watching the White Sox game. Leave me alone. Right, right, right. So I guess this guy was going to go to one of the cardinals to pass along this information because maybe he knew
Hmm.
he because I think he knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
And that's a secret, but like someone's got to know the secret.
Hmm.
Right? So he goes to this
Yeah, you
cardinal,
got it.
dies before doing so, and the priest is like, "Hey, I need to look a little bit outside the church on this one." Because
Hmm.
he goes and finds this basement underneath this church, this abandoned church. This is
Hmm.
also, I think, in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't think they mention it, do they? But I do know that if Walter was dating a girl from Century City,
Yeah.
that they'd have to be somewhere in the Los Angeles metropolitan area, right? I would hope.
The so it's actually filmed in Los Angeles, and that is USC that the college is like the college scenes are filmed at. So I'm
Oh,
assuming
really?
that it's actually supposed to be taking place in LA in Southern California.
I've never been on the campus at USC, have you?
Mm-mm. It looks
Yeah.
nice in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I just remember like I don't know, maybe I was on the wrong side of it, but it looked like it had this like almost like a fortress fucking wall around it because it's in downtown LA, kind of by the it's not
Yeah.
called the Staples Center anymore, but it's something else, but
Yeah.
whatever. Um so basically the priest for some reason he's like, "Hey, I need my he's going to type up, this note to this professor at USC, gets his best courier nun, says, "Take this letter, get it to Howard Birack or Birack,
Yeah.
Birack,
Byrack?
Birack."
Oh,
I
maybe.
thought it was pronounced like both ways,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to rewind it to check.
Hmm.
So Howard Birack, this is Victor Wong. He teaches. What does he teach?
He teaches
Uh-huh. Like science, like so,
quantum
like
physics.
yeah, quantum physics, like atom
Yeah.
science. We're so
Yeah.
bad at this.
But obviously we're not scientists, y'all.
No.
But can we just go back for a second? This nun is riding in style, and the priest, like they ride around in a limo.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, the church is doing well. Good for them.
So we're introduced to Howard Barack and then also his group of grad students. And
Mhm.
boy, again, there's too many people, so the names are going to be a little hard for me.
And
But
they're all like
we've got,
40.
I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where it's like 20-year-old, 25-year-olds in the 80s looked 40
They
to
look
us.
older than us and are supposed to be younger than us.
Hey, I went to grad school in my 30s. It's perfectly normal.
No, they look like they're in their 40s.
So you've got Brian, who's our kind of like lead character of these grad students. He's kind of a creep,
Call him Mustache.
self-described sexist, he refers to
Yeah.
himself as. Um, you got Catherine, you got Walter, you got Kelly, and I think that's it of those. I don't know.
Susan, or no, of the main crew.
Of the
Susan's
main
later.
crew.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they're
Hmm.
gonna introduce like 20 more people later.
Yeah.
Um Birak meets with the priest, and the priest is like, "Hey, man, I got some fucking shit to show you, dude. Are you ready?" Takes him to the basement. If there's literally like only one person left in this order, like who's keeping all those fucking candles lit down there?
I was wondering the same thing.
Who's doing that?
Those candles must be very slow burning because they stayed lit after he died, maybe. And then Donald
So,
Pleasance was like, I feel like I need to keep these lit. There's no electricity down there.
this like order of the secret or whatever that the secret society that only includes, a very, very select few people within like the deep, deep ranks of the Vatican, plus their weekly maid service that comes
Yeah.
in and keeps the
Just
place
lights all the
clean, keeps
candles.
relighting all the candles, or them and their intern that keeps going in.
Yeah, the intern, like the priest in training is just
Yeah, yeah.
going lighting all the candles. He's like, motherfucker.
So takes them to this basement where you have all these candles, and then
Beautiful.
in the center you have this basically glass cylinder receptacle that has swirling green liquid inside it.
Hmm.
Priest is like, "Hey man, we gotta figure out what the fuck this is, because this does not feel good." They left behind some books, but I can't translate it, and it feels like someone's been like trying to erase it.
Not
So,
good.
yeah. But he does have the diary. Then the diary gives him at least some basis on, I guess, what the whole idea of this swirling green liquid is and the purpose of this ancient order. Basically, he's like, hey, I need you, a man of quantum physics, a man of reason and logic and common sense and science.
Hmm.
There's something real spooky that's going to happen. I don't think I can stop it. And I guess to me, the most important, me, the priest, right now, the most important thing is that someone can prove this scientifically. Because
Hmm.
if I just yell Satan magic in this liquid jar, I don't think anyone's going to take me seriously.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it
He's
turns
not
out that,
wrong.
well, he's not wrong. And I guess this like quest for like scientific proof, I guess, it turns out dates all the way back to alien Jesus, but we'll get there.
Hmm. And it would also, I think the other piece of that that's important is if you've got this green glowing liquid goo, Satan soup, whatever it is, there's organic matter here, which then brings in science. So I like the priest's thoughts because he's like, okay, like clearly something supernatural is going on here, but if we've got something to work with that's like physical proof, there's got to be science behind it as well. So I appreciate his open-mindedness.
Iraq is like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I'm
Hmm.
gonna need a team though, but you're in luck. I've got a constant supply of cheap labor
Yep.
in the form of grad
Yep.
students.
Which is why he didn't go for people who are already fucking been doing this for decades. He was like, no, the grad students need to up their grades.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just gonna tank their grades and arbitrarily say, yeah, it turns out y'all need to work a little harder.
Turns
So
out you're all gonna fail and your dissertations are not gonna be accepted if you don't fucking do this little project.
So you're going to come with me and spend a weekend in an abandoned building in somewhere in undisclosed area of Los Angeles,
With no
and
information.
you're going to sleep in cots and you're going to fucking like it. And uh and you're not going to the fucking student union about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love
So
love that approach.
you get some moments. I really don't care about this relationship
Oh
between
my
Brian and
God.
Catherine. It's
It
so bad.
only it only I shouldn't even say it becomes relevant at the end because it really still they didn't ever have to be in any type of relationship for the ending to work. But they have no chemistry and they go from talking about maybe hanging out, him insulting her, and then talking about hanging out again to full on fucking and like maybe he's in love with her. And I'm like,
Yeah, and she's like,
what?
and he's like, I'm going to tell you something. And she's like, maybe next time or the time after that or maybe in 2 years, like insinuating like,
Yeah.
damn, you're like, really? Oh, Jesus Christ. You like, now you
He's
want,
like, he's like, I was just gonna ask you if you wanted to go see a movie.
yeah. I was just gonna ask you if you've seen my other
Presumptuous.
sock. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you, so, um, we're also noticing, obviously you've got the green swirling liquid. And that sounds like that's going to be an issue for this group. Um, Also the sky is acting a little weird.
Hmm. A
Right?
lot
Something
weird.
like, yeah, the sun's being like kind of weird bright. It's kind of hazy, or like the
Yeah.
sun and the moon are kind of sitting there on top of each other.
It's almost looking like, I don't even know if they mentioned this, but it's kind of looking like some sort of planetary shift or something like that. You know, when like
Right.
every so often fucking planet scientists, whatever you want to call them, are are like,
I think
oh,
that's
this
astrology.
planet, this planet is going to be
Yeah.
like facing this, and it's going to make this weird light effect, and you can look at it or you can, or it'll burn your eyes out, like all that, just space shit. Science is not my subject.
Are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm talking.
Clearly, you don't. You're talking about this. Are you talking about that eclipse? Like where you don't
No,
can't
I'm not
a
talking about the
solar
eclipse.
eclipse
No,
where
not
you
a
don't
soul.
want to
I
look at
mean,
it or it'll
that's
burn your eyes out?
that is an example, yes.
Okay.
But every now and then there will be like wackadoodle things that happen in the sky where like it does that weird shining effect, or like you can see something that you normally wouldn't be able to see in space. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I
But
don't know
this
what
is
you're
what it
talking about
reminds me of.
either. I love it. Um, so not only is the sky acting weird, but again, I'm not entirely certain all of Satan Jr.'s powers because this is Satan Jr. in this cup, right?
I was unclear on.
Okay, I thought that's what they were saying, but I guess this soup also has the ability to control, I guess, basically just temporarily possess
Hmm.
um a group of unhoused people
Hmm.
led by Alice Cooper.
Which, how did that happen? Did they get near the
Alice
green
Cooper's
glowing
agent.
juice?
Oh,
No. I know how that happened. I actually looked into that.
I guess industry legend Alice Cooper, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Between this and I mean, he is Freddy's dad.
that's
Andy's in
true.
Andy's in Wayne's World. He's great in that.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah. So I don't understand how this part works, but whatever. I guess he's able to possess them and they start walking towards the church and just kind of stand across the street, just acting weird, staring at everybody as,
Really
you know,
creeping
the
everyone out.
as like the professors and because there's different departments that are joining them
Hmm.
as well, right? And so this is where we're going to meet a bunch of other people, but everybody's getting their like science equipment out and loading it inside the church. And then, yeah, you've got Alice Cooper and all those people just standing there staring at them. And they're like, yeah, I guess they've been doing this all day, but we just kind of let them at it, you know? I think like Kelly, you know, is like this, like tries to be like a pseudo like behavioral health specialist, psychiatrist or
Hmm.
something. And he's just like, oh no, this is schizophrenia. Also, by the way, oh my God, the unfortunate name of Street Schizo that is Alice Cooper's character's name.
Oh, is that his character's name?
Because I guess because they accuse them of being schizophrenic, which they're
All of
not.
them. Yeah, I'm like she just diagnosed a whole group of people that she's never actually spent any time near.
And then, very unfortunately, Victor Wong uses the term street people,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh my God,
It
it's the
is.
80s. We're
It's
learning. I don't
1987.
know.
They don't even give a shit.
Uh,
Just as a note, so you can see planets from Earth when there's different visibility factors.
okay.
So their position relative to the sun and Earth, atmospheric conditions, and light pollution. That's according to NASA. So there are different things that happen in the sky and shit that make planets be more visible. That's what I was referencing. Thank you, NASA. Sign me up.
Have you heard, Natalie? NASA's irrelevant. What does SpaceX have to say? What is, please. So let me see. So everybody's moving in, getting their cots and their scientific equipment set
Mhm.
up,
And they have no
and
idea what they're doing still. None of
yeah, a lot of
them.
people have no idea what they're doing.
Yep.
Up until even towards the end, some of them were not entirely clear, or at least until their respective ends. But so on top of this group of like quantum physicists, we've got like students from microbiology, theology, and any relevant ology that I guess they could get in like a day's notice to
Oh,
stay here
he
overnight.
brought in like all these different departments. I would not be signing up for this project. I need to know what we're doing, where we're going, what departments are we hanging out with? Like are we rivals? Like I need to know all of this. You can't just throw me into an abandoned church with no information and a bunch of fucking people I don't want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And meantime, the Alice Cooper's group of people are continuing to gather. They even start making their way across the street. One of them gets a little chatty with the priest.
Yeah, they're looking a little, oh yeah, she's a lot.
Yeah. And that's where you totally know. I'm like, oh man, this is Satan projecting into this woman,
Yeah.
being like, ooh, what do you know? I forget what she says, but kind of like taunts him, kind of eggs him on. And then is
Yeah.
like also like holding like a can of like maggots or something.
Oh. Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's very gross.
Satan also has like bug powers that we learn, whether it's like
A lot of
ants.
bug powers. Yeah, there's the giant ants. There's the stink bugs.
Are they? I wrote beetles. I wasn't sure.
Those are like they're like the little ones that when you like kind of mess with them, they put their little butts in the air and they make like an odor.
Why would you do
Those
that?
bugs. I don't know. It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, because
mess
they
with
clearly
them.
don't want you doing it.
I don't mess with them. I just know that they do that. Hopefully someone will fact check this whole episode.
Probably. Um, so okay, so everyone gets set up. So and then like, oh my gosh, let me see. So we've got Susan, who's the radiologist. We've got
hmm
Lisa, who is the theologist. Uh Lomax, I don't forget who the fuck Lomax is. Mullins, I think Mullins is the bald guy,
He's the balding one that looks like he's
right?
45.
You got Calder, he was the one singing Amazing Grace, stabbed himself in the neck.
Oh
You
yeah.
got, spoiler alert, you got Dr. Leai, who's, I guess, just the other doctor. Because
hmm
you probably, once you have so many grad students, you like need like another chaperone or something. So like they have
Yeah.
a second doctor or professor there with
hmm
Birac.
Fact
Um,
check them a little bit since they're new at this.
and then you got Wyndham. He's the stink bug guy later. And then Etchinson, I don't remember who Etchinson is. I'm gonna do my best. I think Etchinson is the guy that dies next. Um, that leaves
Or
and then
first.
sees the pigeon like crucified in the alley.
Oh yeah. That
And
he's the one
then
that gets stabbed by the bicycle.
yeah, gets impaled
hmm
by Alice Cooper. Hmm. So no, no. So at least that's an escalation. They're already killing people. That's pretty
Oh
fun.
yeah, fast.
Yeah, poor guy. He probably was just like, hold on, y'all brought cots? I'm not fucking sleeping here tonight. Get the
hmm
fuck out of here. I'm gonna go home. I have a home. I got shit to do.
Oh,
TV's on.
the
Yeah.
other the one of my favorite things that happens in this movie is when that lady starts talking to the priest and she's got her little cup of maggots, real gross.
Yeah.
Her voice is distorted in a really fun, like possession sounding way, like almost like Exorcist-ish, where there's maybe like a couple voices layered and it like goes low. But did you notice that?
Yeah, but it wasn't as like gurgly as Wyndham's later when he's like
No.
calling from the window. That was like
It's
very
it's
distorted.
definitely a little bit more subtle, but that shit was scary. That gave me really high hopes for this movie as far as like if it was going to be a little more unsettling because that was pretty scary. I liked it.
I don't think they even care what happened to that guy. They're just like, hey, he probably left home and he was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, they're like
Um,
he wasn't into it.
I did think it's funny that again, it's almost like the movie doesn't know who everybody is and can't keep track all the time. Because there's like multiple parts where they're like, hey, have you seen this person or this person? And
Like who
everyone's
the
like,
fuck is
who?
that? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like that a lot. It almost feels like a joke
Yeah.
between like the the writers and the audience because they're like, you know, we kind of even forgot what everybody does. So we don't expect you to. That's not what's important.
So everybody meets collectively. Well, everyone except for Susan. Sorry, Susan.
Mhm.
Um, so they've investigated this liquid, they've seen it and they determined that something's growing.
hmm
And this is when the priest is like, all right, here's the situation. There is something growing in that liquid. It's Satan put his baby in that liquid, right? Hear me out. And I guess like lost it or was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep it for safekeeping in case baby Satan needs to come out. I don't know. I forget this part.
Oh,
But
baby Satan.
yeah, sweet little baby Satan. So Jesus, who I think maybe is an alien or something,
It
takes a
feels
human
that way.
form. Yeah, maybe still the son of God, I think. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Comes down and warns everybody. He's just like, hey, there's that green liquid Satan and these or Satan's baby. He's trying to do something with it. It's gonna be evil, trust me. It's not a
Yeah,
good
it's
idea.
not gonna be good.
And everybody, just very impressionable, just like, fuck, really? Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good at all. And then separately, if I'm understanding this right, little too many people were getting convinced of whatever Jesus was warning them about.
Hmm.
So they were like, maybe out of jealousy, I don't know, out of being like, hey, who the fuck is this guy? You could just show up, start talking about green liquid, and you all just start following him all the time. Let's crucify this asshole, which
Yeah,
they do.
they do.
And I guess from that point on, I guess his followers find this liquid and they have the liquid, they have control of it, and hide it away
Hmm.
in the hopes that one day someone with a scientific talent can prove scientifically, because that's pretty key, that this is Satan juice
Yeah.
and baby Satan is inside and
Yeah.
he can't be let loose.
You explained that really well because he
Did I?
he does. Yeah, I think so because
Thank you.
he clearly says like at that time they knew they didn't have the type of science they would need to support proof of this being real, and nobody was listening to anybody talk about magic. So they were just like, let's just throw it in this cave and hope for the best.
And then, if I'm understanding correctly as well, the priest then kind of admits he's like, yeah, and so we covered that part up. That whole thing was a secret. And yeah, the rest of Christianity from then on, we just made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, and there you have it.
We all just thought we all wouldn't believe the real story. So we just literally just wrote the Bible making all of it
Hmm.
up.
Yep.
And
Love
and do
that.
we feel a little guilty? Hmm,
Maybe.
maybe. Regrets, have a few. I don't know. But look, here we are. I have the diary. We've got the green soup. We got to figure something out. Can this ragtag group of grad students and eccentric professors help me, please?
Yeah.
So, um,
Apparently not.
so everyone's kind of assigned their stations in their science machines, and Brian's science machine, um, which was not making lines with its squiggle pen, starts
Hmm.
making big lines. Like, and
Big
he's just like,
lines.
yeah, oof. And he's like, hey, I think he's got something here. I think this machine
Hmm.
is proving that this is a sentient soup, and we've got a real fucking issue here. And we should probably warn people. Barack is like, not just yet, because that's a little crazy. And we just need to prove that it wasn't like, a
Hmm.
draft in an open window or something. You know what I mean? We gotta, even though it's in a basement, like he's like, oh, maybe it's some wind. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know who no one brings this up to is poor Susan, the radiologist who is downstairs in the basement. Um,
I mean, at this point, there's only a few of them that they've really explained just how serious things are. Because you've got the girl who's translating things and like typing everything into English, which I don't think is a good idea. Um, and then
never.
you've got like quite a few of them just running around just doing their little jobs, but not actually knowing that there's some real serious shit going down.
So Susan's down there in the basement. I think she had mentioned earlier that they were like, yeah, I mean, there's some goo in here, but this shit's sealed real tight and it looks like it's been
Hmm.
sealed. I'm carbon dating this back to fucking, a couple million years at least.
Yeah.
Not anymore, Natalie. That shit's oozing out.
Uh, it's shooting into her mouth.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, first it's oozing out, and then it just starts fucking just shooting right into her fucking face and into her mouth. It's
Yeah.
gross.
It's an interesting choice.
Susan is possessed by Satan now. And then here we go. And then we learn basically it's kind of like a spreading thing. Like now that she's been sprayed in the mouth, it's like that those little fucking dinosaurs, the Kilmaine Knight in Jurassic Park. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Hmm.
That fucked me up because
It's a
I thought those
Dilophosaurus.
I thought that those things were fucking real. And you find out like, dude, you can't just mix fake dinosaurs with real dinosaurs.
Hmm.
Because then I'm just gonna think those are fucking real too.
They're
So
not real. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
So she's got Dilophosaurus, Satan squirt power. Um, and she's on the loose. So she goes and finds Mullins, and leads him down to the basement. And so they don't possess they just possess some people and kill others because she
He
just snaps
ends,
Mullins' neck.
so I thought the same thing, but Mullins does end up coming back alive or
Oh, weird. Undead or
undead. He's
whatever.
undead. But yeah, she just snaps his neck, and I don't understand what would make you choose to shoot your weird fluid into the person's mouth or
Yeah.
or kill them.
And I think the next death after that is Wyndham. He's one of the ones that are just like, what are we doing here? Come on, this is all bullshit. Or no,
Hmm.
no. He says, it's caca. And then just whispers to himself, caca.
I put I put a note of just quotation whispers, caca.
How old
It's
were
a
you
grown
the
man.
last? Yeah, how old were you the last time you referred to like feces or bullshit as caca?
Never. I don't think I've ever said that.
Hmm. Maybe like
Never.
humorously once or twice when I was like 4 or 5, probably.
Yeah.
But
He's a grown
yeah,
man.
he's like, I'm gonna get out of here. This is clearly caca. Um, he just stands outside behind the building in the dark on his own. This is
Hmm.
a pretty cool scene because you see Susan, who's then standing outside the door frame
Yeah.
looking at him. Um, she's
Possessed as
covered,
fuck.
yeah, possessed as fuck. She is just covered in not beetles, but those little stink bugs.
Hmm.
And then he starts getting covered by stink bugs. So again,
Hmm.
bug transference power, you know. And And then I thought that that alone was going to get him. But then you've got one of the fucking possessed, unhoused people just running at him with a pair of scissors, just
Yeah.
stabbing the
Oh
shit
my
out of him.
gosh. So many times.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that it's a fun death, and like all the practical effects here are really fun too. But the whole
Yeah.
movie really has really great practical effects.
And again, I appreciate, when fucking people are walking around asking, like, hey, where's Susan? Where's Wyndham? Where's Mullins? And everyone's like, who the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking about?
like they
Oh,
forgot they existed in the time that they got there.
yeah. Brian's pretty concerned at this point because again, he's like, okay, I don't think I should be sitting on this information by myself for too much longer. I should at least get a head count. Um, Walter, get up, come with me, which Walter does. Walter just fucking
Hmm.
complains the whole fucking
Oh
time.
yeah, absolutely.
I I was over Walter from the absolute beginning, and
Yeah.
he didn't do anything to redeem himself at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, literally to the very end. Yeah,
Hmm.
he kind of sucks.
Yep.
But so they go off, and then they leave Lisa sleeping in her cot.
Hmm.
And then fucking Susan shows up and crawls into her cot with her. And then,
It
Susan's probably just like, this is a little weird, but I'm not gonna like push back immediately on this.
she that is the most polite reaction to someone crawling over you on your bed without like any consent or prior like conversations about, or flirting or anything. Like she's just like, excuse me, why are you here?
Too late. I'm spraying you right in the mouth with my Satan juice. You're done. So sorry, Lisa. I think meanwhile, like all this is happening, you've got this meeting between Victor Wong and Donald Pleasance. This is when
Mhm.
you learn about the MTV video dreams,
Yes.
where it's
Very MTV.
it's like uh, he's like, hey, by the way, I guess since we're kind of involved in this now, we're kind of part of this order of the sleep or something, for whatever this old
Mhm.
group was called. And because of that, and you and I have been hanging around each other long enough, our dreams are starting to sync up.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. So you're dreaming the same thing I'm dreaming, aren't you? You little pervert. Tell me what you're thinking of. Tell me what you're dreaming of. And it's this. And fucking Victor Wong's just like, no, you have no domain over my dreams. You don't stay out of my fucking brain, dude.
Yeah.
But Donald Pleasance is like, yeah, man, it's that someone fucking warning us. It's a message. It's
Hmm.
something we don't know.
Hmm.
Um, and then I think each time you see the dream, if I remember correctly, it's like, I'm calling from 19, and then it's pauses, and then the
Hmm.
next one is like, I'm calling from the year 1990 or whatever.
Hmm.
And then I think then it falls, it doesn't matter, where at the end it's just like, oh, okay, so it's
Yeah.
1999 when someone's
Hmm.
been calling. But which they kind of get into later, something about, I don't know, something about if something travels at the speed of light, it actually moves backwards. So therefore, their camcorder dreams are messages sent at the speed of light that, because of so, are moving backwards in the past.
Hmm.
So people 12 years later can dream it. Yeah, that track.
No, I think you said it. I think I think you said it backwards. You were close. That's why I was saying that comment about time being linear. I think what's happening is the messages are coming from the future to them. So it's the message is from the future going to the past. You said it the other way around.
Sure.
Does
Okay.
that
From
make sense?
1999 to 1987.
Yes.
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 Got it. So,
Because they're trying to give them an advanced warning of what's ahead. And I watched a really interesting video on how they made this video look like the MTV music video
uh-huh.
situation. So they filmed it with an older camera first to make that portion of their little dream snippet. And then they played it on an old TV, and John Carpenter then shot it with another camera, of the old video being on the old TV, and then shot it with another camera so that it's really fuzzy and layered. So I thought that was kind of a cool, fun strategy.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I
Yeah.
like that.
No.
Yeah. So let's see. Gosh, meanwhile, like I said, you got Brian and Walter trying to round everybody up. You also have Calder. I'd mentioned Calder once.
Hmm.
Um, he helps look for people, then goes and stumbles upon Lisa, who is having a real fun time. Like, this is kind of like a very a red rum situation,
Yeah,
where she is sitting at this computer, just staring off in another direction, but just typing, just
I love
you
it.
know just feverishly, I don't
Hmm.
know, but very intensely.
Very.
um and it was just like, I live, I live, I live, I
Yeah.
live. And
It's
then
like,
and then she starts talking in sentences, or typing in sentences, being like, something isn't going to save you, something else don't
hmm
won't save you. You know
you
what?
will
In
not be
fact,
saved.
fuck you. No one's saving you, motherfucker. You're done.
Yeah. I would have
Um,
just slowly backed away when I saw that she was just typing the same thing over and over again. I'd be like, I'm just going to excuse myself from this room and find a friend.
yeah, he stayed there way too long, because it gave
Yeah.
Susan the opportunity to sneak up behind him,
Hmm.
knock him to the ground, and I couldn't tell if she was killing him, but I guess, just like Mullins, I guess, yes and no,
She
possessing
was
him,
she was holding him down to do the little squirt thing into his mouth.
but they were locked mouths. They were looks like they were Frenching.
Yeah, but you hear him gurgling.
And then you got Lisa like a little pervert just down there, just watching them and from the corner,
Yeah.
looking like a little creep. Okay,
Yep.
Lisa.
Totally.
So the let's see. So I don't who I forget who all we have left. But the rest meet in the lab because they're like, hey, we got a meeting. We need to discuss really like
What the
settle the
fuck's going
score and
on?
see what the fuck's going on here. Everybody meets except for Kelly, who's like, yeah, maybe this is serious, but also I'm gonna take a nap. So I'm gonna lie down in Lisa's cot because I don't know
Yeah.
where Lisa is.
Yeah.
Don't even want to think
And
about it. Lisa who?
yeah, and no one's concerned about her fucking branded arm.
Right. What did she
She's
bump
like,
into
oh, she's
again?
like, I bumped into something and got a bruise. And she's looking at it like the other girl's looking at it like, whoa, what's that symbol? But then she like pulls away. She's like, I'm gonna take a nap. She's like, okay, girl, have fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that's the yeah, things take a turn for the worse for Kelly from here on out.
Oh, yeah, they do.
So they all meet in the lab and or at least the rest of them, and this is where they talk more about like, okay, these dreams that we're getting are messages from the future. Again, they talk a lot of just bullshit fake science and but you know what? I'm just gonna believe whatever they say. I mean,
Hmm.
come on, Natalie, I got my degree in social work. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I'm the one that will come in and say like, yeah, but how are we feeling about this right now? You know,
Well,
the
okay,
situation.
there's a point before this meeting. Okay, it's before this meeting. None of this group hears it because um what's her name? Catherine says it to Kelly before she goes for her nap. Because she's
Yeah.
like, how's it going in here? And she's like, well, she's like, at first the equations were this, this, and that, and I understood them. She's like, but then at some point they start changing into something much more complex that I've never seen and can't understand. And I thought that that was really interesting because I'm presuming that these all this math that she's reading is starting from the past, moving into present, and then coming from the future. And that's why the math is getting more advanced and intense. And I have a theory that
Hmm.
that's her that is creating those complex equations in math from the future, from this other realm that she jumped into. And that's why she shows up in Brian's dream later,
Right. That
right?
is smart. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
Is that was one of the things that I was like, am I giving this movie too much credit? Because I couldn't find anything like that, but I was like, I really like that idea that she's reading her own shit from the future but doesn't understand it because she hasn't been presumably in hell trying to figure out how to communicate with the past again to get herself back maybe.
Yeah, that checks out for me.
Yeah. Okay, good.
There you go. So as they're figuring all of this out, they start to hear noises from outside, and this is where you see Wyndham again. And he is, ooh, oh boy, just covered in stink bugs. Um, some cool effects here too is like they're just
Mm,
kind of eating him
I
alive.
love it. I don't think
To
those
like
types
his
of
like
bugs
hand
would do
falls
that,
off.
but I love it.
I love it too. It did like he's like, I have a message. You're not gonna like it. I'm like, what? What is it? And then
Yeah.
basically he just says like y'all are fucked.
Yeah.
So
So he
and
says
then
pray. What does he say? Pray for death,
yeah,
which I love. And then just
yeah,
starts falling into pieces. Ugh.
yeah, just get just bugged to pieces there.
Yeah. All that's really
Um,
fun.
so you got Calder, who is not dead, possessed though, um, is walking up the stairs singing Amazing Grace to himself. Um, and just, he's just like, hey, I just want to demonstrate how spooky this whole situation is. So I'm gonna rip this, piece of this ta or chair off and just stab myself in the neck in front of you all.
Why not?
Yeah, and that causes everyone to definitely panic because this is
Yeah.
the first time they're like, "Oh fuck, okay, we actually, yeah, now we're seeing some shit. This is really bad."
Hmm.
I'm just surprised how long they went when it was just the unhoused people just outside just staring at them. Like, I'm surprised how long they were just like okay with that happening. Like, why did
I,
they?
no way. I would not be
Yeah.
able to stay there, sleep there. I wouldn't have gone in. I would have been like, this doesn't seem safe.
So everyone panics and tries to escape through the front, but it turns out that Alice Cooper and the boys have all put, just excess just random furniture to barricade the doors from the
Mhm.
front so they can't escape. Unless it's like, through one of the windows or something. And they also find that this green liquid is all over the place, being
Oh, it's been let
fucking
loose.
let loose, fucking come through the ceilings and just being sprayed out of the fucking mouth and eye holes of Kelly.
I love the effect
Me
of
too.
the Satan juice just going all through her orifices. Poor Kelly. Like
Yeah,
she definitely gets it the worst.
definitely.
Yeah, that it's gonna get bad for her.
So let's see who else. Dr. Lair, if you remember him, he gets Satan sprayed.
Yeah, then you don't see him for a while.
Yeah, you don't see him for a minute. Like I straight up forget about him.
I forgot he existed.
We've got our remaining survivors. Jeez. Okay. Um, we got Brian. We got
Mhm,
Catherine. We got Birack.
mhm.
Okay. We've got this other guy. I don't know who his fucking name is. The dude with the brown hair that like barely just didn't say anything the whole time. I was like, where the fuck would you come from? Were you here the whole time?
He was there the whole time, but I don't remember his name either.
Is he Etchinson? I don't know. Or is he Lomax? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Um, and then so they barricade themselves in one room, and then you have the
He's
priest.
Lomax.
He is Lomax. Okay.
Hmm.
So there you go, Lomax. But so then they're all in one room, they barricaded themselves, and then you've got what's his face, Walter, who locks himself in a closet in another room that's right
Oh,
adjacent to theirs. So you've got
like
this like
he
wall
can see all the
digging
shit.
plan. Yeah. And then you've got the priest who is inside. What is this other room?
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea, but he's just completely separated from the group.
I wasn't sure if it was like a boiler room or something, or like I didn't know what that thing was that
No.
he ends up getting like pinned by. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's hard to tell what each room even is.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking Walter's in a little bit of a tough spot. Being in a closet, and then there's this like this, I don't know, this thing you can see through the door.
Like a tiny little
Um,
window.
a tiny little window you can see through the door, and then you've got Kelly who is in her cot, not looking good,
Mm-mm.
um, at
So
all.
pregnant,
Oh,
fried,
nah.
like
I was
skin
worried.
lesions.
I was worried there was going to be like a pregnancy, like birth thing that was going to happen. I was like, oh
Yeah,
no.
but
Um,
instead that liquid like gets absorbed into her body. So
I
it's like
guess
as if
so.
she like she looks pregnant, but it's almost as if she ingested it and then it just kind of sops up into her body and like burns through her skin, and that's why she looks all gelatinous.
Yeah, looks a lot like that poor woman that they fucking put in the shed in Cabin Fever.
Yes, it does.
Or I guess she looks like Kelly, you
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
But and then you've got Lisa and Susan who are just standing there staring like creeps.
Yep.
Walter's just like, "Hey, I'm just trying to let's let's keep the vibes light."
Yeah.
I said a rich doctor.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, why are you? I would not want to be drawing attention to myself at all. I'd be like, maybe they'll forget that I'm in here and I can just
Yeah.
kind of just go off to the side and hide from them and be fine.
So in the room next door, they're like, "Hey, we're just gonna makeshift some tools and I guess dig through this wall, this brick
Mhm.
wall. Well, I mean, it's plastered and then brick to
Mhm.
somehow get to you, which they managed to do,
Yeah.
shockingly.
I've never tried to bust through a wall with just like a tiny tool, but I'm assuming that it's not that easy.
Yeah. So they also, when Walter's kind of describing like really what the fuck is going on with Kelly right now, they kind of put two and two together and realize, oh fuck, it was that mark on here.
That
Fuck.
we ignored.
Satan needs to take like one last kind of like human form or whatever.
Hmm.
So she's who he chose, right?
Hmm.
Um, yeah, she's just not looking good. You're
Mm-mm.
just like, oh, her like bones are moving and changing.
Oh, yeah,
This isn't good.
it's a lot.
But okay. Priest, meanwhile, he's getting stalked by Calder, who's just giggling to himself.
Oh my gosh, I love his creepy giggle. It
Yeah.
reminds me of Get Out a little bit.
Yeah.
That like crying laugh.
He sees a mirror and gets distracted by it. Now, they talked about mirrors and like mirror atoms and I guess like a negative side of every atom or something. They were trying to explain the science of it. But
It,
basically, like, I don't know. But because of all of that, mirrors distract possessed Satan people. Sure. Because mirrors,
well,
I think, also are
they work
a
as a portal.
portal. Right.
Hmm.
So Kelly wakes up. This is not good.
Looking real creepy now.
Walter's like panicking really bad. He's like, you gotta let me out. I don't want to fucking die here. This is terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she is
don't
not
blame him.
looking good. I don't like that she's moving. That is not good for me. Um, the others try to get to him, but then Mullins is right there, just fucking Satan spraying people in the face. I think this is Mullins gets Lomax here. I
Yeah.
really hope that naming all these people is helpful for anyone listening to this.
Yeah, it might
Um,
be. It's helping me.
it's I don't know why they're like, hey man, I think it would be really effective if you took this can of soda and shook it and sprayed him right back in the fucking face with it.
Why
I
not?
don't know. Yeah, they try
What
it.
other weapons do we have?
So they managed to get past Mullins and escape, or at least um Birac and fuck, I want to say Danny. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, well, meanwhile, it's weird because so they managed to get out of the room while in the meantime, Catherine is working on her own at this point, is
Hmm.
able to dig through the rest of the hole and pull what's his face out, Walter, saving him.
Hmm.
Um, while kicking away fucking Lisa trying to grab a hold of him. They
Yeah.
bite him like a couple times, right? So like, and I
I
guess maybe
don't think that
biting is
that
not
that
a
doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's got to be the juice
spray in
like
the mouth.
shooting into your mouth. Yeah.
Really? It just can't be like just the saliva and biting somebody hard
I
enough? I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
Hmm. Well, in the meantime, while they're trying to fight through, trying to get into the other room to get to Walter, Kelly is almost on her way out, and then she gets distracted by a makeup compact that has the mirror inside it,
Hmm.
right? And then gets very obsessed with it again
Hmm.
because yeah. And
Mirrors.
then she start oh, and then this is when we see like it actually starting to act as a portal. She's like sticking her fingers in it,
Yeah, but it's a
right? And
little
then
too small.
little too, yeah, a little too
Hmm.
small. Can't fit a whole body inside that little one. And then on the other side is this like green juice
Yeah,
that I guess like is like, I don't know, maybe just like the middle part between realities or something.
I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
Just little green juice barriers. I'm not sure. So I guess this is a portal to hell. Um, she goes and while still entranced by this thing, finds Calder and was like, "Oh fuck, whoa, 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 fuck this mirror! You look at your mirror.
Yeah,
Get over here. Let me in on that. Let
yeah.
me let me get on
This
let me
is
get
this
on
is the
that
good
tab.
shit.
Yeah, this is a good shit. Let me roll up with you on this one." And she's like, "I can make do with this one, absolutely."
Hmm.
And basically, geez. It's not my fault because the movie doesn't always make perfect sense. But the mirror starts turning really, really fucking bright, and it starts like turning into a portal. And then
Yeah.
we basically figure out what she's trying to do, or I guess Satan inside the body, Satan Jr., I'm sorry, inside the body of Kelly is trying to do, and reach through and is trying to pull her daddy out.
Hmm. You see
You even see his,
that
you see that
red
hand.
hand? Oh yeah, it's kind of
It was
fun.
so, it was so bad, but it looked good. I liked
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Or it didn't look good. That's why I
It
liked it
didn't
so
look good.
much.
It's very silly.
Priest is like, fucking, no, you don't. Grabs an axe, comes up right behind her, fucking decapitates her.
Yeah.
I did think that was pretty cool because it didn't last for
Yeah.
long. She was able to just fucking just roll that back up.
Yeah, that would worry me quite a bit.
Yeah, 100%. So we're at our climax, Natalie, if you can believe it, because everyone gets subdued at this point, whether it's Satan Junior Kelly um, pinning fucking the priest against the wall so he can't get free. You've got Birack and fucking Brian being subdued by people
Hmm.
trying to spit shit in their mouths. Who knows where the fuck Walter went off to? But you've got Catherine, right? She makes her way through the hallway. She sees Brian getting attacked. She's like, he might be my boyfriend. But hold on, I see I gotta do this. Sees this portal happening, fucking jumps up behind Satan Junior Kelly,
Hmm.
pushes her right the fuck in, says, no, you don't. You go right back to hell. But then in the process, Natalie, she falls in. She just got a little too excited.
I don't know. I felt like she straight up tackled her willing to fall in and sacrifice herself. I would have just given her a good push right in there and just been like, "Bye, bitch."
I would like go up from behind and like just to kind of like get like a running start and then stop and then just fucking kick her right in the back.
Yes.
Yeah, get that strength. I got big legs. I got strong calves. So I feel like I got to go all leg here and use my strengths.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
but who knows? Maybe, yeah, just fucking Catherine plays tackle football too. And maybe that's what she knows. I
That's
don't
true.
know.
She was like, I'm gonna have to tackle her.
So Satan Jr. and Satan Sr., Papa Satan, Daddy Satan, are all back in the Green Juice MTV world.
Yep.
Um, and it's weird because now I guess it depends on like how you got infected because or how you got possessed because
Hmm.
everyone, all the grad students that got spit in the mouth are all dead.
Hmm.
And then Alice Cooper and all of his people, um,
They seem fine.
they just turn around and be like, "Oh, what are we doing here? All right, let's
Yeah.
go back to our days,
So
you know?"
we're presuming that they were not exposed to the Satan juice.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're okay.
Good for them.
So okay, let's do a head count here. Who do we have left? We've got the priest.
Mhm.
Um, Cristo Domino. That's what he yelled before swinging the axe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like to Christ the Lord or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, we've got Barack. Love that. Hey, love seeing Victor Wong survive a movie. There you
Yes,
go.
good for him.
Love that. Brian, who is alive, but he's just so sad. He's like my
He's so
girlfriend.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
love of his life.
Sure,
We saw
sure,
together for
buddy.
like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking creep. And you've got Walter, who like basically like realizes he's good and just turns around and just bolts, and you don't see him. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys, and just
Honestly, I'd
runs
do the
off.
same. Good for him.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Um, so Brian again being bummed because his, I guess
Girlfriend's in
girlfriend
hell,
is
I
yeah in
guess.
hell. He's also still getting dreams, MTV dreams.
Mhm.
And then this is when you get that final one where he realizes it's her sending the messages.
Hmm.
And from 1999,
Hmm.
you have this like kind of shock scare when he like wakes up and then like kind of a double
Yeah.
nightmare. You ever do
Yeah.
that where you wake up and but you're still in the dream?
No, I've never had that happen. Have
Oh, it's
you?
fucked up. Yeah, I remember one specifically when I was a kid where um yeah, I had this dream that I was being like chased by this like demon like through my house, and then I'm like in my bed, or then I run into my bed, and then yeah, I have the covers over my head, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in my bed again. Or no, it was like I was running or something, and then I realize I'm in my bed, and then I pull up the covers, and he's right fucking there on
I
top of
don't like
me.
that at all.
And then
Mm-mm.
I wake up again, and I'm in my bed. It was
No,
fucked up. I remember
that
that was
sounds
like the Yeah, details are a little because I was probably like, I don't know, must have been like 5, 6, something like that. I don't know, but it's pretty fucked up.
That sounds terrifying. Yeah, I've never had anything happen like that before where I woke up in my dream and then actually woke up.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah.
So he finally awakens from this dream, this MTV dream. Um, then walks over to the mirror in his room and he's like, I wonder if he's tried this a few times. And then
Probably.
just puts his hand against it. Nothing happens, but it cuts
Mm-mm.
to black.
Well, he doesn't touch it though. Like he's just about to touch it and then it cuts out.
Oh, right, 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 right.
Hmm.
So, and that's our movie, Natalie. How'd I do?
Fantastic. That's a interesting and confusing plot.
Yeah, this was
A lot of science.
yeah. And questionable science, right? You just have to get a
Oh
nod and
yeah.
say like, okay, I'll try and repeat this as best as I can, but we'll see how we do.
Well, that's where it almost is more confusing that they infuse this religion and all this like mythology with science because then it kind of just complicates things in a way that is really difficult to understand. But I stand by my theory on that being Catherine from the future trying to reach out to him. So I love it. I
I think
love
it's
that. I love that
definitely,
ending. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's definitely
Although
Catherine at the end.
I don't know, if it were me, I wouldn't be just like trying to contact this one fucking random guy that maybe like we had a thing going on. I would try to be contacting some people that can help me. I don't think he's going to be helpful.
Hmm. Oh, I see. You went in a different direction. I thought you were going to say like just give up on this girl, and I'd be like, "You just go date somebody else." And I'm like, to be fair, I mean, I don't know. She was willing to sleep with him on the first date. He's probably like, I need to see this through.
Yeah, so
This
maybe
is my
maybe that's
girlfriend. I love
why.
her.
Yes, maybe that's why he's like, you know what? Or she's like, you know what? This fucking dumbass will will try to get me out of here so that he can
Yeah.
hit it again.
Whatever gets me back, I guess.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's the end of our movie. Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so. That was solid. I This was a tough movie for sure.
Before we get into our boost scores, I would love to hear some taglines.
This movie has two taglines. One of them is a
Okay.
quote, so I don't know that how much that counts, but it's our friend Donald Pleasance. He says, "Where are you, Christ?" As a question.
Oh,
So
okay.
he says that when he's hiding behind the wall for 30 minutes.
Mm,
Then you have, before man walked the earth, it slept for centuries. It is evil, it is real, it is awakening.
that's
It's
not
fun.
bad.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's baby Satan.
Little baby Satan.
That's it, just two.
I was looking at Wikipedia, and I guess like someone was suggesting that this also serves as kind of a parable for the AIDS epidemic, but
What? How?
it's well because you don't get AIDS solely by spitting Satan juice into someone's mouth. I suppose that if you are HIV
True.
positive and you any juice you had in your mouth spitting into somebody else's,
Yeah,
yeah, sure,
maybe.
okay, but outside
Hmm.
of that, and then also the references to homosexuality in the film, but that only occurred with Walter. And then even to a
Hmm.
point where like they're like, ah, see, Walter's trapped in a closet and he needs to break free. And
Oh,
I'm just like, well, hold on. Jamie Lee Curtis was trapped in a closet in Halloween.
yeah.
Was that her coming out? Like,
No.
I don't know. So yeah, boo scores. Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. So vibes are fun. It's a watchable movie. I
Yeah.
like it. Is
Yeah.
it? I don't think this is close to the anywhere near the top tier of John Carpenter films,
No.
but it's fine. It's enjoyable. Like I said, I
Mhm.
like all the Victor Wong that's in this. Um, and I like a lot of the effects.
Mhm.
So, and then I don't know, and I like Alice Cooper. So that's always fun. So, like I said, watchable movie. I like it. Would I um if it was the only horror movie on in a hotel, I would watch it,
Okay.
probably, maybe, but I wouldn't really pay attention to it. It might be on the background while I'm
Background.
like on my
Mhm.
phone or if I'm, go take a shower or something. I don't know. Um, yeah, I would give this, I don't know, I think I'd give this two boos. How about you?
That's solid. I hmm. I agree. I like the vibe of this movie. I mean, anything late 80s is always going to have some intrigue for me, like fashion wise, music wise. Um, I did like seeing Victor Wong in a more serious role. And like, I hate to say this, but a serious role where like him being Asian wasn't like the focal point of his character. I
Mm,
feel like that happens a lot to him. So I do like that he's just playing a fucking professor doing his thing and he's a little bit more serious. There's not enough Donald Pleasance in this movie for me. I was expecting a lot more from him, and he's pretty much just the priest version of Dr. Loomis. So that, felt a little bit meh. Love the combination of religion with science. I think they did a really good job of like playing that together. Even though the science is complicated, it doesn't all make sense. It's okay. It's a unique concept. And I really like the practical effects in this movie a lot. I love all the shit that happens to Kelly. Like they take how I don't know what that actress had to go through or if it was like multiple actresses or what they did, but she goes through so many different stages of makeup and just the pregnant looking belly and the white skin with the lesions and then it gets gelatinous and the Satan juice going through her eyes and her mouth. Like all of it's really fun.
yeah.
So I enjoyed the little bits of like weird gore that you get in this movie. Like it's like odd body horror, like you can't really relate to it, but it's fun. But overall, didn't give a shit about that relationship from beginning to end. But I did enjoy the ending of this movie. So for all the weird stuff it brings you to, I was like, "Oh, the ending is fun." So, which doesn't always happen. So I'm also going to give it a solid two boos.
Love that.
Oh, and I would leave it on in a hotel also, but in the background. And I wouldn't recommend this movie to other people.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
I
but
don't think it's a must see.
like if someone said like, "Hey, I'm gonna watch this," you can't stop me. What do you think? And I'd be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, well,
I wouldn't fight it. I'd be like,
yeah."
let me know. Let me know what you think. I had mixed feelings, so
And speaking of which, if y'all feel differently, let us know what you think, and we'll
yeah.
probably consider that.
This movie has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
It does, and it's got a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hmm. So let's see. It is interesting, we're already over 100 episodes into this, and we not only don't like this is like our first John Carpenter movie
Shit.
randomly, but
Yeah.
also we start in the middle of this unofficial trilogy.
I would not I would not consider this a trilogy. Like John Carpenter,
It's a thematic. Yeah, I don't know.
I get it, but he wanted to do the same situation with Halloween of like making, this, multiple movies, taking place on the same night, different thing. He needs to get past it. Just make your movies, man. No one cares about your secret anthologies or trilogies.
Aw.
Just make your movies.
Aw, I mean, I don't want to say I don't,
I feel like
but
he's like living in delusion.
yeah. Let him do his thing. Man's a living
No,
legend.
he absolutely is, but I mean, for him to say that those three movies, and given I haven't seen two out of the three. Oh, I'm sorry. I've seen two out of the three.
Now you have.
He,
Um,
you know,
it's like Stephen
he,
King, this is, this is what connects this and this and this and this and this. And you're just like, okay, Stephen, sure.
yeah,
Yeah, good on you, man.
I appreciate them as artists.
Yeah. So we should probably get on that doing another John Carpenter movie at some point.
Hmm.
But we'll get there. Yeah, because of course, but we've done a Halloween movie technically,
But
but
not one of his.
not one of his. And we just did the random eighth one in the
Mhm.
trilogy or in the trilogy. That doesn't make sense. But yeah. Hmm. Okay. Maybe I just need to sit on this movie for a little bit
Yeah,
longer. Maybe I'll warm
yeah.
up to it.
Yeah, if
So
anybody really loves it or we missed something thematically or you understand the science, you don't have to let us know about the science, but let us know why you like this movie and
yeah.
what, you know, maybe something that we missed.
Yeah. That's all I got. How about you?
Same.
So, I think just parting words, you'd brought it up earlier. Um, don't just go fucking translating ancient text willy-nilly.
No, never. Don't type it, don't write it, don't say it. I wouldn't even read it internally, like in my head voice. Like, no, just mm-mm. Burn. Don't even, yeah, just leave it where you found it.
Yeah. See, I'd be the one in that group where, fucking we're in a cave and someone's like, "Oh, wow, look at this. It looks like it's a million years old." Oh,
Leave
I
it.
can translate this. And then they
Yeah.
start talking and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. I will fucking kick you in
Knock
the
your
fucking
teeth
jugular,
out.
dude." Yeah. Just fucking knock that Adam's apple right the fuck in because are you gonna read something and it's gonna give us $1 million? No,
No.
probably not. But the
Mm-mm.
likelihood that you
And
read
if it
this and
did, it's
something,
probably some fucking haunted ass genie.
yeah, some haunted ass fucking genie with his fucking cursed leprechaun gold, and no thank you. I want nothing to do with it. So, all right, everybody, take care. Three, two, one, ghost.
Thanks for listening to our episode on Prince of Darkness. If you enjoyed this episode, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave us a killer review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321 Ghost Pod and give us a follow. We would love to hear your thoughts on the film, or any 80s horror recommendations you'd like to hear us cover. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321 Ghost Pod to see our boost scores on all the movies we've covered so far. Next week, we're jumping back into our Chucky series with 2017's Cult of Chucky. Thanks again for listening, and remember, get that promised cup of coffee before you sleep with someone. And the next morning, too. 3, 2, 1, ghost.